The best cars in the Weeknd's impressive collection. The Weeknd car collection includes vehicles like the Bugatti Veyron, McLaren P1, and other outrageous supercars. This article will go through the vehicles owned by Canadian artist The Weeknd. Tesfaye's third album, Starboy, in 2016 was a huge success and included the #1 song of the same name and won Best Urban Contemporary Album at the 2018 Grammy Awards. After Hours, 2020, his fourth album featured the Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles Heartless, Save Your Tears, and Blinding Lights, the latter of which became the first song in history to spend more than a year in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 and was the most streamed song on Spotify in 2020. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss the best cars in the Weeknd's impressive collection. So stay tuned to find out. Now let's start our video. McLaren P1. The Weeknd couldn't help himself. His cars were just as good as his songs, and he couldn't help himself. With its outstanding speeds that push the limits, the McLaren P1 can make your world and mind spin. This hybrid is powered by a 3.8-liter dual turbocharged V8 engine manufactured by Ricardo in the United Kingdom. And with the electric motor, which combined produces over 906 horsepower and 980 Nm of torque, can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. And it has a top speed of 217 miles per hour. Just like every supercar, McLarens are very fast and very expensive, with only 375 of these beauties are only made. So it's a rare piece of machine that comes at a staggering $1.3 million. Well, if you want a McLaren P1, then you have to have this in your mind, that McLarens cost a ton of money. Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster. This car can provide you with thrills and a thrilling driving experience that I'm sure few others can. Powered by a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine that develops 760 horsepower and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds with a top speed of 217 miles per hour. And it's a Lamborghini, man. You can't compare it to any other supercar. It costs over $574,000, and only 800 of them will ever be manufactured. At least it's not as expensive as a McLaren. Mercedes-Benz AMG GTC Roadster. This is the most recent addition to his collection, powered by an in-house developed 4.0-liter bi-turbo V8 engine that produces over 550 horsepower, compared to its younger cousin GT that produces 447 horsepower and can drive 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds with a top speed of 197 miles per hour and costs more than $165 grand. Mercedes-Maybach G650. What happens when you combine the G65 AMG's twin-turbocharged 6.0-liter V12 engine with the G500 Force portal axles and other severe off-road gear, and the rear seats from a long wheelbase Maybach S-Class? You get a Mercedes-Maybach G650 Landaulet instead. This car or truck, whatever you want to call it, but let's stick with G650 Landaulet. Maybach G650 Landaulet has everything you need for off-roading or cruising. It's Mercedes-made. Bi-turbo V12 produces 620 horsepower of power with over 1,000 Nm of torque. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds with a top speed of 112 miles per hour. You could expect that with this super luxury off-roader, and this Landaulet costs a whopping $1.8 million in all its glory, which I guess is expected if your love for fast and exquisite German automotive is so great. If you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Now let's continue. Mercedes-Benz EQC. This second German EV is exactly what you would anticipate when you combine tons of S-Class luxury interiors and a super comfortable body with the power of a GT Series Mercedes, but all in an EV and all at a tenth of the price of an S-Class, and you get a Mercedes-Benz EQC. So after Mercedes sponsored this car in one of his music videos, The Weeknd purchased one of his own. This super luxury all-wheel drive sedan produces 402 horsepower and 720 Nm of torque and comes with a 400V 80K watt lithium-ion battery that produces a total range of 283 miles, and it costs more than $77,000. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comments section how this one was. I hope that you found this video interesting. You can subscribe and watch more videos on our channel to keep up with more content. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.